So some of the limitations of this diagram is that it doesn't really clearly define the major and minor grooves. And it also doesn't really go into the atomic detail of the nitrogenous bases like adenosine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. It also does not go into the atomic level of the nitrogenous bases, and it includes almost all of the bonding, but again, it leaves the direct identification of them out. Something that this model does really good on is describing the backbone and the bonds that make up the main structure of a DNA helix. It also shows how the ends are described and how they appear on the uh, chemical and atomic scale with their proper bonding. It also shows on the left side that you show the double helix nature of DNA and how it's not just this kind of ladder strand like it is in the center of the page. And when I was drawing this, it wasn't too difficult. I had a few reference images that I used, but mainly I've had enough experience with this now on both the general scale of this and the more intricate details of this that I'm very familiar with what makes up a DNA strand and some of the atomic properties of it. Overall, I think this is a stronger model than most out there because a lot of the times they usually do like what you see on the left with the simple double helix with just the four bases and the prime sides without much explanation. And that is really on the job of the viewer of that diagram to find out additional information. And I've kind of combined two different aspects of the diagrams with both the chemical and atomic scale and their bonding, and also this with the general shape and what it would appear under like a microscope if you were to draw a very simple diagram. I think it does that very well, and it's very easy to understand, and you can see how the diagram flows from biggest to and least the least amount of detail to the most amount of detail and the anatomical features of it. And I think it does that very well. It took me a little bit of time just because I'm not very arts and crafty, so it makes for me it's a little more difficult, but overall I think it came out well. So thank you.